What is going on, YouTube? PPS here, YouTube Play of the Day. Two spots for you guys. We're going to go college basketball today only. NBA's in the NBA Cup right now, so my Bucks are in action tonight, taking on the Magic there. I believe it's only a two-game slate, so I'm probably going to avoid playing those. Obviously, if you want to go to those games, more than welcome. But I do like this college basketball slate. We see a couple of decent matchups, a couple of neutral court spots. Couple challenge games, so should be a fun one. So obviously got to drop the recap. Arkansas looked absolutely dreadful. Ended up, I think, losing the first half. You could have got really nice plus 600 to be playing the other side there for the first half. Moves us to 7-5, 1.49 units in college basketball. Remember, guys, we went on 15.92 units last year, so I'm feeling pretty good heading into conference season and locking in for this. So let's get it started. I will start in the first game of the day. I'm going to be pulling off my screen here. It's going to be right here. It's going to be Tennessee team total over 80.5, and it's a minus 104. And I really like this spot for a couple reasons. First off, I really don't like this Miami team, man. This Miami team is awful. My biggest issue is not only are they like they should be significantly better, right? They're really on a downward spiral right now. I don't like how they don't have that much size. Lynn Kidd and Brandon Johnson, they're two bigs in there. Lynn Kidd is just a foul out waiting to happen. I have trouble seeing him staying in this game because he's going to head up against Milicic, who's 6'11", or I think maybe 7. He might be, 6'11", 225. He's their second leading scorer. He's been really good on the glass as well. Looking at him, he's got 16 offensive rebounds already this year. Obviously a tough guy to deal with. They have 100 offensive rebounds already through these games, which is pretty damn impressive, which I also think is going to be a big issue here. Akpara, I believe, is their other big guy, 6'10", senior. And obviously they shoot the ball very well. They have Lanier, 47.7% from three. They got Zakai Ziegler. I don't know how he's still in the league playing here. 34% from three. And then Gainey, who's shooting 37% from three. Four guys in double figures. I know they don't run fast, but I think Miami's going to have to try and speed up here. I think that's really the only way they score any points. They obviously just got beat by 10 to Clemson, lost to Arkansas 76-73. I just think this is going to be the most efficient team they're playing. They make free throws, Tennessee. Obviously just the newly crowned number one team here. But for me, seeing Lanier score 18 plus in his last four games, 25 in three of those games, I think this is going to be a spot where you're playing an MSG, right? Obviously, usually don't like that for the over, but for these older guys, I'm not as worried about a neutral court. I think it'll actually bring out a little bit better of them in this spot. I like the free throw shooting of these guys as well. I know the pace might not be where it's normally been at for Miami, but I think this game could – I think we're going to see some points. Obviously, they gave up 80 to Oklahoma State, gave up 80 to Drake. And they gave up 77 to VCU. That one was kind of sketchy because I've not been – I mean, defensively, VCU is very good, but Tennessee's another level. Ken Palm ranks them, obviously, towards the top in pretty much every category. They're 9th offensive rating, 2nd defensive rating, and obviously getting that number one seed. I think this is going to be a really, really tough spot for Miami. I do think that, obviously, seeding-wise, Tennessee's going to score on these guys, right? It's just, can Miami keep it close? I think it's like a 14.5 point spread. It was 17.5. This number was at 82. It's getting bet down to 80.5, and I'm getting a great price. So I'm hoping Miami keeps it close. I really do. So I'm excited. Really like the spot. Tennessee team total over 80.5, minus 104 in that one MSG spot. Heading back over to FanDuel, guys. I'm going to be playing a scary one. I'm going to be playing Troy. Team total under 52.5 at minus 106. I think both of these games are giving me pretty fair pricing on these spots. So let's just take a look here at Houston. They're third in defensive rating. They are the third slowest team in the country. They're going to slow it down. They're going to make you play their style of basketball. Troy a little bit faster. Obviously, everybody's a little bit faster. They haven't really played anybody either, which is my biggest issue. You're now going to go up against, I don't think they've been actually that good offensively here. The Houston, I didn't think Houston has been good at all this year. They've actually been pretty crap. 5-3 though. And this is just a tough spot for me. You just come off of a helter-skelter type of game against Eastern Kentucky, 84-74. You have another fast-paced game with UTSA, 86-72. Like, those are open floor games, and now you're going against probably one of the biggest differences that you're going to have from game to game here, and now going to Houston. Let's take a look at Houston here. Obviously, they lost to Bama, lost to San Diego State. That one was kind of scary. But they just gave up 51 points to Butler. Gave up 44 to Hofstra, 45 to Louisiana. I do think Troy's a little bit better than those teams, but what I don't like is for you to beat Houston, right? You got to be able to hit the three ball, right? Or you have to be able to match their physicality. Troy, obviously, do not believe they're going to match physicality, but what I do believe is they're not going to be able to hit threes, right? And that's a tough spot for me, right? You saw San Diego State almost be like a lower version of Houston and then take them to overtime. Mind you, that game was, I think, what was it, 65-65 heading into overtime there. But also, San Diego State had 14 offensive rebounds. That just does not happen against a team like Houston. And Troy, I looked at their numbers. They've been shooting 39% from three at home, 25% on the road, just not something that you want to see. Also, Houston's obviously got a lot of really good guards for guarding. You also got Roberts down low, Tugler down there. I mean, my biggest thing here, I just don't know how Troy gets in transition. They just don't give up transition buckets, Houston. I don't know how they're going to score in the mid-range. Those are really inefficient shots. Looking at their side, I'm not seeing it. I'm just not seeing a way that we get points on the board. I'm just worried about possessions as well. You don't have that many, and you're shooting 25% on the road. Like this is just a combination of too many different things for this Troy team to overcome. So sign me up. I'm really liking this Houston spot. Good bounce back spot. Mind you, they played some pretty tough teams already. It's going to be a little bit of a step down, but you get to come back home. No game until next week, Wednesday. So I think they're fully locked in, fully engaged here. Mind you, they lost to Alabama, Auburn, and San Diego State. And San Diego State pretty much plays the same exact way as them. So I'm excited for this one. So Troy, team total under 52.5 at -105. Tennessee, team total over 80.5 at -104. So rolling with team totals today, guys. As I showed you before, 7-5 on the season, 1.49 units, and hopefully getting a couple more today. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate all the support as always. Again, if you could hit that like button on your way out, it goes a long way. Drop your favorite bet of the day down low. I know that helps the algorithm. Don't know why it does, but it does. So we appreciate the support and look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Have a good one, guys, and best of luck tonight.